The Dragonborn is remembered as a hero, a savior of Skyrim, a slayer of dragons, and the one who ended Alduin's return. But Elder Scrolls lore has never treated heroes as simple figures. And when you look closely at history, a different pattern emerges, because the Dragonborn does not appear to inspire peace. They appear to end a crisis, and once that purpose is fulfilled, they are no longer needed. The Dragonborn is not unique. Throughout history, Dragonborn appear only during moments of collapse. Alicia rises during the rebellion against the aliens. Raymond Cyrodiil appears during the Akaviri invasion. Tiber Septim rises during an age of fractured kingdoms. Each Dragonborn emerges at a breaking point, not to rule quietly, not to heal societies, but to force resolution. This pattern is too consistent to be coincidence. The Dragonborn is tied directly to Akatosh, the god of time and stability. When the world destabilizes beyond mortal control, a Dragonborn appears, not as a leader, but as a correction, a force capable of doing what ordinary rulers cannot, ending wars, slaying immortal beings, and rewriting the course of history. This is not benevolence, it is containment. The Dragonborn exists to end something, not to build what comes after. What happens after a Dragonborn succeeds? They disappear, they are assassinated, they ascend, they destabilize the world further. Tiber Septim becomes an empire builder and reshapes Tamriel through conquest. Others vanish into myth. The Dragonborn is never allowed to remain as a quiet guardian of peace, because peace is not their function. Once the crisis ends, their continued presence becomes dangerous. The last Dragonborn follows the same design. They are not crowned king. They are not placed in charge of rebuilding Skyrim. And they are not entrusted with the future. Instead, they are unleashed upon the present. The Dragonborn ends Alduin, resolves the civil war, and dismantles threats. And then, the world moves on. Skyrim survives not because it was healed, but because the emergency ended. This is why the Dragonborn stories feel incomplete. They are not meant to have endings. They are interventions. A Dragonborn is the Elder Scrolls' answer to the events that should never have been allowed to escalate. A weapon drawn only when the world is close to breaking. There is one final layer to the Dragonborn's design, and it exists outside the world of Skyrim. Because the Dragonborn is not just a figure in history, they are also controlled. The Elder Scrolls gives the Dragonborn unlimited freedom, countless paths, countless choices, but none of them change the outcome that matters. Alduin still falls, the dragons still return. You may choose how to act, but not why you exist. Even when you become the Archmage, Guildmaster, Listener of the Dark Brotherhood, or Champion of Daedric Princes, none of it alters the world's trajectory. Skyrim does not rebuild because of your choices. It stabilizes because the threat is removed. The Dragonborn feels powerful because power is required. But agency? That is an illusion. After Alduin is defeated, Skyrim does not change. The war pauses, the Hold remain divided, the Empire still weakens, the Thalmor still wait. The Dragonborn stands at the center of it all, yet belongs to none of it. They cannot rule, they cannot unify, they cannot remain, because if they did, the balance Akatosh restored would break again. So, the story does what it always does. It lets the Dragonborn fade, into legend, into myth, into obscurity. Not because they failed, because they succeeded. The Dragonborn is remembered as a hero, because heroes are easier to accept, but the truth is colder. The Dragonborn is not a symbol of hope. They are a response to failure, a god-forged weapon, drawn only when history loses control of itself. And like all weapons, they are meant to be set aside, not honored forever, not allowed to remain, because in the Elder Scrolls, peace is fragile, and power never is.